Welcome back to another Celebrity Sweets. I'm Ethan, and don't worry, my eye is okay. I just thought I'd wear this very bedazzled eye patch to fit our theme, which is going to be Madonna. Her new album comes out tomorrow, Madam X, and that's where this eye patch comes into play. Now, for this new album, she's released a bunch of singles already. There's Medellin, I Rise, Crave, and Future, to name a few. Now, of those, I don't really know if I have a favorite. I just listened to Future, so we're gonna maybe say Future. I also like Crave. It's hard to decide, but I do know that today we are making some mini black cherry pies that are going to represent Madam X. The ingredients for this recipe are 4 cups frozen black cherries pitted, 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 sticks of chilled butter cubed, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 6 tablespoons of cold water, a tablespoon of lemon juice, a tablespoon of granulated sugar, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1, 2, cha 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 cha. 1, 2, cha cha cha. 1, 2. Slow down. The first thing we want to do in making these pies is we're actually going to create our dough. I have a large bowl over here, and to that I'm going to add in our flour, butter, and salt. Now we want to use our hands or a pastry blender or even like 2 forks to help us mix this dough. If, however, you are mixing your dough with your hands, like me, you want to make sure you take breaks every so often because we want this butter to be chilled. This is going to give it like that flaky texture, and if the butter becomes too warm or soft, you're not going to get those layers in the pie crust. Simply begin mixing in your dough until a coarse grain starts to form. Once you've broken up your butter and there's still a few chunks, next we can take a break and vogue. And then we want to add in our water, about 3 tablespoons at a time. Mix until the dough starts to come together. You may, however, need more, or you may need less. Just depends on your dough. When your dough has come together, now we can transfer it over to a piece of plastic wrap. We're going to wrap it up and then pop it in the fridge to chill for 1 hour. Our pie dough has been chilling in the fridge for 1 hour, and now we can roll it out. To do this, I've floured our workstation. I'm going to remove it from the plastic wrap, place it onto our floured surface, and roll it out about 1/4 of an inch thick. After you've rolled out your dough, now we can start to cut it out. The mini pies that we're going to be making are going to be made in a cupcake pan. And to cut out our pie dough, I have a 4-inch round circle cutter. Now this will vary depending on your pie pan. We're just looking for something that will go up and over the sides. Cut out as many circles as you can and place them into your pie pan. We filled our cupcake pan with our pie crust, and don't worry if it's a little messy or if stuff is coming over the sides. This dough is going to shrink down in the oven and it will all kind of just work itself out. But before we can put it in the oven, we actually want to dock the dough. Docking the dough means just taking a fork or anything sharp and poking holes in the bottom. When all of your pie crusts are docked, now we can pop them into the oven for their first baking stage. We're going to bake them at 350 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes or until lightly golden. While our pie crust is baking, I have a little bit of extra dough here, and this is going to help us make the top of our cherry pies. Again, I'm going to roll this dough out about 1/4 of an inch thick, and then I have this star. It's not a star, it's an X. Lucky star. Template. And I'm going to take a knife and cut out a bunch of different X's. I've cut out a bunch of our X's, and I've also taken our pies out of the oven. Now we can work on the pie filling, the best part of this pie. But before we can start working with our cherries, we're going to create the thickening mixture, kind of like this slurry without the water. So not like a slurry at all. And to do this, I have a small bowl, and we're going to whisk together both our cornstarch and 1 cup sugar. Once you've mixed up your cornstarch and sugar, then we can take our cherries, cornstarch and sugar, lemon juice, and a medium-sized saucepan over to the stove. On medium-low heat, add in your cherries and lemon juice, and cook covered until the cherries start releasing their juices. Then turn the heat down to low and start mixing in your cornstarch and sugar. Mix until completely dissolved and turn the heat back up to medium and allow it to thicken about 2 minutes. We've prepared our pie filling and it has thickened to a nice consistency. I just placed it into a glass measuring cup. You can place it into a bowl, it really doesn't matter. Now we are going to fill our pies. Simply fill your mini pies all the way to the top of the crust with filling. Once you've filled all of your mini cherry pies, now we can add on our X's, kind of look like crosses here, just like bread. Take one of your X's and place it right on top one of your little cherry pies, and repeat this process for the rest of the pies. We've topped all of our pies with X's, Madam X, and now we can add on that kind of material girl bling, those diamonds, the edible diamonds. We're going to sprinkle some sugar right on top of these pies, and then they're ready to go into the oven. Our pies are all ready to go into the oven. We're going to place them in at 350 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes, or until golden brown and the filling starts to bubble. And here we have them, our Madonna Madam X inspired black cherry pies that we made today. These mini treats are perfect for a holiday, or maybe if you're just craving a little bit of cherry pie but don't want to eat the whole thing, or you're just sharing it with a bunch of people. This is your treat. We topped our pies with the Madam X and some sugar, and if you happen to make these, please share them with me on Instagram or Twitter. And if you have any other requests for another celebrity sweets, please leave it down in the comments below. Also, don't forget to share this video with someone who likes Madonna, who's excited for Madam X, who likes cherry pies, or anything you saw in this video. And until next time, savor life and make it sweet. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, let me know by hitting that like button down below. And while you're at it, subscribe. You can do that by clicking this cute little donut right here. If you're looking for more content, up here's my latest video, and down here's what YouTube thinks you should watch. That's all for today. I will see you guys in the future. But not everyone's coming to the future. Will you come to the future with me?